What up, guys, and welcome to the coffee shop. I am going to skip the intro. I'm going to skip all the pleasantries, and I'm just going to jump straight into this because why? I'm tired. I want to sit back and I want to watch Jurassic World Dominion, right? Or Jurassic Park Dominion, whatever. I want to sit down and watch some movies. Yeah, okay. And I want to let you guys know about the new version of the Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. It's not in TradingView just yet, but what I'm going to do is I want you to go to here. Go to this link. Okay, it's a link to my profile on TradingView. Go there, here, right here. You see it right there? Okay, go there, click the link, go there, follow me on TradingView, okay, and go to my indicators and add the Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator to your chart. Okay, Heiken, there we go. Ashi Algo, there it is. Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. By Coffee Shop Crypto, Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. If you really want to get it short, just type in Algo Oscillator. Okay, Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. Just type in Algo Oscillator. You'll find it. It's the only one by Coffee Shop Crypto, by the way. So anyway, so go to that link, get it, add it to your profile, and what I want you to do is make sure that you are following me. Follow my profile on TradingView, okay? Because when I update the one that's in TradingView right now is the old one, okay? It is this one. Let's see. Did I update it? Yeah. So what you're going to see in TradingView is this one. Okay. What I'm going to give you is, let's do this. What I'm going to give you is this one. It's a lot better. It has been updated. It is on beast mode once again. Okay. So the difference is here is I'm going to take this one off right there. And this is now telling you a lot of things that you need to know about what's happening in the market, right? Don't worry about what's on the top of my screen. We all know what that is. I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. So let's get into it right here. Now, you can see on the chart right now, I don't have it set up in its default settings. So let's do that. Default. Reset. Now, I also want to add in a couple of things. Give me a second. Imbalance. And imbalance, I also want to. Now, if you know what market imbalance is, you're going to love this. Okay. Let me make sure I have everything here that I need to have here. Imbalance, average RSI, trend direction, trend background. We're not worried about that just yet. Yep, you saw that. You saw that. You saw all of that. Okay. Now, we got a number of things that are taking place on the Heiken Ashi Algo. And I think I have a cat meowing behind me. Anyway, so there are a number of things happening here right now. And the difficulty that I kept hearing about you guys having was whether or not you should enter the trade for the long or for the short, you know, based off of what the RSI is doing, right? So here's your RSI right here. I'll beef it up a little bit. So you can see what your RSI is doing. Let me turn a couple of things off here, there and there. Now, what you guys commonly see is this. You have an RSI with your candles and your stochastic is there. I've now locked the stochastic to specific settings, and I want you guys to leave them. Leave the default settings. They are perfect for almost every single time frame, all the way down to the 1 minute. Now, seeing that your RSI breaks above plus 10, that used to be the thing. But it is not the thing all the time anymore because sometimes it happens and you see it comes up and it immediately falls short. Price does the same thing. Here, the RSI came up above plus 10, went up and it immediately fell short. There was no trade to take place here. And if you tried to take this trade, you're going to see that even though your candle broke over, even the majority candle, the majority break broke over, this is still not a move to the upside. It cannot be. And I found out a couple of things, right? So what I found out is that the RSI itself, let's turn off the candles. The RSI itself needed a moving average. So with that, I created one for you and I put it in the algo and you've been using it, right? Yeah, there's the RSI. The average of the RSI right there. It's moving up, it's moving down, whatever, right? Now, it was very simple for you to just trade off of the RSI by saying, hey, my RSI crossed up and it crossed through a green line. Great, I can enter, but when do I exit? That's the hard part, right? And here it crossed down, it crossed through a red moving average. Okay, great, but when do I exit? So it wasn't enough. And I hope nobody tries to use that as some weird little what do you call it, strategy on YouTube. That would be really silly because that doesn't work. So I realized that the RSI had an average, but the average also needed an average. And that is what really, really helps things out. So we have a trend direction average as well. Now, I set this up, and it still looks like just a whole bunch of lines on a chart. It doesn't really help you guys. You don't know when they're expanding down like this and when they're pulling back or when they're jumbled together. You can't tell what's happening. So what I did was I ended up getting rid of the averages. You can leave them on your chart if you want to, right? I turned mine off and I turned this off, okay? And instead, what I'm using is these two new things that are in the algo. What you have here is the average RSI trend, which is right there, okay? Now, this is the leading end is your RSI, and this is the average of your RSI. The good thing is, after I set this up, it was like, okay, great. Now I can see that I'm either in an uptrend or a downtrend, but I still need a secondary average to get a confirmation. Just because I have movement, I have direction, I need confirmation. I need that third line. And with that, you ended up getting this here. Now you've got this as well. Obviously, here, let's turn it off so you can get a better understanding of it here. There we go. Now, obviously, green means up, red means down, right? Very simple. I don't think I really need to describe too much about that. Now, obviously, when your candles are inside that area, right? I'm sorry, when your candles are ejecting around that area, you know that you've got a good trend going on. If they never break that area, you don't have to get out of that trade. Simple as that. You do not have to get out of that trade. So that means you entered into a long position here, right? And you got in and you see these red candles taking place. Well, you don't have to get out because the low of that wick, it doesn't touch that average. It keeps going, it keeps coming down, it keeps going up, keeps coming down. And it never touches the other end of this cloud. And finally it breaks out. And then this wick, this is the wick that breaks below it. And I'll take a look at the price chart right now and see what happens here. Yep, there you go. So that means it's right here. You would have entered the trade here. I'm going to line this up. You would have entered the trade here, and you would have taken this trade all the way to the first wick that broke below that cloud, and you would have exited way up here. Okay, you would have made that entire move. Look at that. That's insane. That's insane, right? Now, that is not enough. You can't just sit there and stare at this stuff, right? So that's why I ended up making the dual averages for an RSI, and they work on a trend cloud. Here we go. And here, there you go. Now, you know when your RSI is up. This is your RSI pulling to the upside, but it is not an uptrend. See, this green area means uptrend, as long as your stochastic is up as well. So the green area is uptrend. Your RSI has to be above it. That happens here. But what about this part? What is this? This is simply a pullback, okay? And anytime you get a pullback, which is a yellow RSI moving up with nothing green underneath it, or a red RSI pulling down with nothing red above it, right? Here's a red RSI pulling down, right? The downtrend starts here because this background is not behind it, right? So here's the downtrend. To catch that move is for ranging markets. Now you can get into ranging markets, right? So this would end up being here. Watch this now. You can trade pullbacks, easy. The pullback starts here and it ends right here, okay? Let's take a look at the chart. What you do here for this pullback, all you do is you enter the trade and you look for the recent swing high in your price. You aim for the most recent swing high. That's it. And obviously you can't trade backwards. You're just looking for that price level. So that ends somewhere over here, right? So I'm going to leave this here. Let's just go right to the chart. Now this pullback would have started here and you would have gone to the, like I said, the last swing high right there. And you would get out of this trade right where? Let's turn this off. You would get out of this trade right at that level there. Okay, done. Now, the cool thing is, if your price continues to move up and you stay in this trade, you simply take your Fibonacci tool, go from the recent low, and go to the close of that candle where you exited your trade originally. Set it at the close and go to take profit 3. That would be your second exit right there. That's it. And you can see what happens to price. It reaches a new plateau and it starts doing something, right? Gets here, your candles get smaller, fades up a little bit, and then pulls down. You have another pullback that you can pull back to, right? Your pullback starts here, here. You can go to your previous swing low right there. Right there. That's it. Get out. Same thing. Catch your pullbacks. Anyway, so with that, you can do your pullbacks now. And you can see when your trend is actually up and when your trend is actually down. Now, what is these other little things? You have a B over here. You've got an S over here. You got an imbalance over here, right? For people who know about order blocks, support and resistance, stuff like that. Okay, here, this is support. Green is support. S, the red one, is resistance. Price is moving up, hit something, came down. Now, what's the purpose of this? All right, let's close this out. When you see these come up, you can see that you have support here at this level. So you can mark a line there while you're just trading. After your price breaks that line, you can get away from it, whatever. But what you want to know is this. If you get support, okay, and you have imbalance, this is imbalance. If you imbalance near it, what you need to do, and eventually the Heiken Ashi Algo is going to do this for you. And I just want you to see how this works. If you, oh, I didn't want to do that. There. So I have an imbalance in the market here. It's at the close of this candle. And my support line is right there. Okay. So that means I'm going to take this. I'm going to extend it to the right. And when price breaks above that, you can see that it does. Price breaks above that. I know that I can trade to the upside with no problems. Look what happens to the price. It goes way up. And what does it do? It's seeking this level. Price is trying, so the market is trying to balance itself out, and it's going to come slamming back down to this level right there. See? Nice area of support once again. And the algo is projecting this several hours ahead of time. Like it did it from here, and it's saying, hey, there it is. This took place 11 hours ago. Price came back down to it, and then it went back up again. Now, again, you get support at this level, right? Okay. You get support here. Right? And your imbalance shows up. Okay, my imbalance is down here. Okay, cool. Boom. Let's see. Here's my imbalance. Now, the imbalance means that a big move took place from support to this imbalance area. And that's right here to here. So price needs to go up and then come way back down through here, shooting these wicks all over the place. So this is going to be a very strong area to get through. Look, see what happens? Price ranges. What's happening here is there's an imbalance in the market, okay? And what's happening is that the banks and institutions, they're coming through, they create a ranging market, and they want to scoop up everybody's liquidity until they break out and they've had enough of it. So you have another imbalance here, but it's in the middle, so you don't do anything to it, right? Then you get support, you get another imbalance afterwards. So it came up, price came down, but because you got long candles here, all in one particular direction, you're going to get another imbalance. And that happens again, right? At the close of this candle. It's a nice move. So I'm going to go like there. Here's my support, right? I'm going to put that right. Where is this going? Here, support, right here. Now, you can see it's just a really narrow range now. Let's just kind of bring this down here. There it is. I need to bring this out. There we go. Zoop. So what's going to happen is that the algo is going to do this for you. It's just going to draw this line out for you. Now, you get an imbalance, right? At the close of this candle. Oh, I'm sorry. At the close of this candle. Let's just say at the highs over there. And price needs to come up, and it's going to use this area as support. And let's watch it happen. It's going to come down to it, bounce off, and move back up again. Didn't tap it enough yet. It's going to come down again. Let's see. Oh, I can't move it. There you go. Bounces right off of it. There you go. It's tapping on it, tapping on it, tapping on it. There you go. And that's what this area is for. See? This becomes an order block area. That's what happens. This is what this algo is doing for you now. So for you technical traders, that's what these imbalances are going to be for. For you people who are seeking support and resistance on low time frames, that's what this is going to be for you as well. Okay. Now, I want you to just take this. I want you to play with it. I'm going to set up a couple of strategies and I'm going to be gone for 1 week. And when I come back, I'm going to release 3 videos for you guys on how to use these perfect little color variations that are taking place that work on all time frames. Okay, so I want you guys to enjoy yourselves. And yeah, this background obviously means push down. Green means push up. This means push down, right? See, price keeps coming down. The background changes to red. And then all of a sudden it stays green. There you go. I don't know if I can make this any easier for you guys. So hang tight, hold tight. The Mass FX moving average is coming and you'll be able to get your hands on it. It's going to do a lot of magic things for you. All right. Later, peeps. Catch you soon. Like I said, hey, follow me on TradingView. Go get it. Get the indicator, the Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. And tomorrow, you will get an update that I have changed it. So get in there. Later, peeps.